All right, so we built a Bitcoin casino, and it's called like the Bitcoin Fortune Wheel because we just have one game on it right now. Um, so essentially, if you don't know what Bitcoin is, it's a digital currency that became pretty popular pretty quickly. Like Bitcoin, there's a lot of other digital currencies. People are basically just now creating their own currencies for whatever it is. Some people create it specific to like a product they want to sell, and they just want to boost that currency value up. And essentially, it's like a safe way to do transactions. Bitcoin, it's a lot. Every like transaction goes on a blockchain, which gets hashed, and it's become increasingly popular over the years. So that's why we chose to do it. So our game is pretty simple. It's just a wheel that spins, and it has a couple different colors on it. The colors all have there's different slices for the colors. So there's 12 red slices, there's 7 blue slices, and the odds percentage of hitting is displayed right there. So if you choose red, you have a 50% chance of winning. Your payout on that is whatever your bet is. So if you bet 20, you win 20. On the blue, if you bet 20, you would win 40 if it hit blue. So it's a payout 2-1 and so forth. And sorry, is that it?
So walk you through the actual website here. There we go. So this is the splash page. It shows a list of all the bets that have been placed on the website with the username, how much they bet, the color they chose, what it actually landed on, and what the payout was. You sign in. We started with the same framework that we used for cats, and then we used Materialize for a front end. Winnie and I were working on, while Bruno and Ray were working on the back end. And once you sign in, it takes you to just a user summary. It shows just your bets, like, and how you performed in the past. There's 4 navigation options. You can go to play the game, the leaderboard, and your other profile, and sign out. Play the game. It's a simple spin wheel. You choose your balance, pick what you want to bet, and then spin the wheel. And it will the routes will update. The way it worked, we started with the CATS framework, so we had just a user login with all information, and we used the cross-link to CATS to hold all the history of all the bets. We had some problems with the routing. We had to run into a bunch of like timing issues and just getting through the code, but we like switched scrolls on the fly. So started working on the routes and the setting up the back end towards the end. Once we settled on just sticking to like one game and just coming up with a functional design.
Yeah, with this website that you're seeing now, we actually had an entire different website, and we decided to change it all up on Thursday because we had some issues with the routing. So I guess we could have tried to fix the routing on the previous website, but we were just like, oh, let's just see if we can get it working on one website. And so the previous website had the game working, the wheel spinning, had the alerts if you got red or blue. So when we merged it onto this new website, we couldn't figure it out in the last 2 days to get it to work, but it was originally working.
It was a good exercise to go through like the stuff we've been learning the last few weeks, Equalize, and use a bunch of other texts we've been working with in the past.
Yeah, so like the guys mentioned, we didn't have enough time to merge certain functionality. That's why there's some things that are missing in our template. We use Materialize for the design of the app. In addition, we would like to add additional games to the app. We only have one game so far, but initially we wanted to have 3 games available for users to play. But that was a bit ambitious, so we just stuck with 1. Also, integrating a payment as well as a Bitcoin integration where users can add amount, deposit, and withdraw from their Bitcoin wallet, as well as security measures and additional digital currencies such as Dogecoin and Litecoin, and rebranding once we have more games because there's only one and it's called Fortune Wheel. So
Yep. And we were originally going to put the Bitcoin integration. I ran into some issues with Coinbase. I couldn't figure some of the things out, so I'd rather not put it in because it wasn't working. But I was working on that for it's 2 days and couldn't figure out some of the things out. And yeah, that's basically our presentation. Yeah.
So really quick questions.
Okay.
One question is what was the most challenging code in the whole span of the thing, not just its website?
The whole span of the thing. I would say the wheel was pretty complex. It's it's like about 200, 300 lines of code, so it's pretty complex. And then basically trying to figure out a lot of the Coinbase stuff. I got some things to work, but I just couldn't have it so that someone could actually create an account on it. So it became kind of pointless to use, I guess you could say, for this release. And yeah, in terms of back end stuff, I guess that was the most complicated. The creating the DB and stuff was just the normal, SQLized commands for the DB. So
yeah, there were some troubles with the routing and the front end as well. Such as the modals signing in and using handlebars for that. So we spent a lot of time with that as well.
So what was the issue where you said you switched up between designs?
yeah, so basically we had this all on another website, which is on a previous. I guess we could show the previous repo somehow. Yeah. But basically the issue was routing, and we couldn't figure out on the framework that we used because we used the CATS model on it, and then we started building on top of it, and we were deleting a bunch of files, and then basically it got to a point that we didn't even know what files we deleted and what happened. So then we were like, all right, let's just start with the new CATS thing again and just go from there, basically. So
that happens a lot when you start, whether it's a template or a theme or a bigger framework, when you're building on top of that, it seems easier to build from scratch a lot of times.
Yeah.
And that's the trade-off. It's going to take longer, but you understand it more versus building on someone else's code base.
Yeah, and in the time frame we had and our schedules, it seemed a little unrealistic for us to build it all from scratch.
Right.
So we tried to just basically use the templated version. Yeah.
Integrating Bitcoin, is that like a module or
Coinbase is like a fairly large exchange. It's very accessible. You can hook it up to your bank accounts and stuff. They have a pretty expanded API where they have all kinds of automatic setups. So if you have your own site, you can have it set up so users, when they create an account, it creates a temporary wallet for them to use while they're working with your site. It's a very expansive API. There's all kinds of stuff you can do.
They also do have a node module. It's like a node module with Coinbase and Passport, so it kind of connects the two of them. And that's where I was having issues to figure some of the things out. But they do have a node module as well. So, yeah. Any other questions?